Hi YouTube, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. I got an awful lot on my mind. I might have to make a trip. I'm considering whether or not it's the best thing to do. My oldest son is accused of some things, but something seems off. You know, those instincts you get. And I was supposed to have some sort of communication with an investigator that hasn't even contacted me. And I don't know. So things aren't going, of course, with the government, the way it should be. But I do believe that there are outside forces, like usual, that I've seen in my life and in the life of my kids, my offsprings, that just things that aren't normal. Excuse me a moment. I gotta. Oh, sorry. Itchy nose. Um, excuse me one moment. Oh, then my hair gets stuck on this chair every once in a while. It's got a little gap where the seams of the wood comes together, but anyway. So yeah, I got an awful lot on my mind right now, and it does incorporate um mind to skull technology. And this type of technology is ancient. It's people think it's spiritual, but it's actually used with the ether, the air, the even moisture. Different components can be used in this craft by people that know how to wield that, or with the help of those that can. So, um, my gut instincts tell me that a lot more is going on than just the surface level. So, I'm thinking maybe taking the bus, but and not driving, and um, I'm not gonna fly because to even get into the cities to get on a plane to go where I'm going, um, things won't work out because it's everything's too small. Like my town's too small to have the services I need to do what I need to do, except for I can get a taxi to the bus station and back. I don't have to involve anybody. I feel the need. I'm just gonna take off because I'll leave a note, you know. This is too dark, and this is concerning the life of human beings. Um, no matter who feels what about somebody personally, it's like, for instance, there's people in my life, if they drop dead, I could care less. But there's people that love them that would probably look down on me for that type of attitude, but it doesn't matter if they're a waste of space. And if they harm other people, they need to be gone. And that goes the same with either of my sons, too. But I need to really, really examine the situation because of all the attacks I have personally had in my life. And I've seen them go through. So, um, yeah, there's somebody that contacted me and they know that they've been attacked in that way because they can feel the outside force coming in at them. Yeah, it's absolutely real. Only the brave ones are going to be talking about this. And I would say probably people that are um maybe kind of seclusive for a reason, because when you are uh, in an environment like work or wherever in public, things do happen to you. You know they do. You're the one it happens to, so you're fully aware of when them type of things happen. So, yeah. Anyway. So, whoa, is it cold here? Is it? Yeah, it is. How cold is it? Gee, I'm gonna say it's probably about 1 degree maybe today. I was outside for about 15 minutes, but it seemed to be about a half hour. Well, I didn't really get too cold. But yeah, I was moving some things around out there. I have a insulated doghouse with a flap on it and full of, well, it's got a cushion and then some straw in there too. So I pulled it over into the sun. I had it where I thought they'd hang out in the morning, but this time of year the sun isn't hitting in that spot where it should be, so I moved it out where it would warm up more if they wanted to go in it. I mean, they have their kitty house with all kinds of little uh, houses inside there, and a ramp and shelves and different things, so they can get out of the weather. But yeah, they're hanging around there, like on the edge of the property is some woods, and they're hanging on the side of the property out sunbathing. So they have good coats. They're doing good. So yeah. Yeah, I've been kind of hoping for a message from somebody. I asked for a phone number and a name of this investigator. I'll see if I get that. Um, yeah. But several times I had spoke about to the person that I'm hoping would give me that information, that I'm trained in the mental health field as well as the medical and other skills that I have. And it seemed to be overlooked, which is a big deal to me. Hey, those are my accomplishments, and I know the cluster B personality traits can point them out and show when they've been used by other people. Even in like somebody does a video or writes a text or whatever it is, there's markers of personality traits in people's speech. So it's like when I act psychotic, yeah, when I'm very angry. And keep in mind, only dogs get mad, people get angry. So when I'm very angry, I will exhibit something outside of myself. It's not in me. But there's people that encompass that, they like take it in, you know, and those are the real dangerous ones, the ones that will even hide their anger. You can tell when somebody's angry and they just want to kill you, but they're on the down low about it, and you can't really prove it, but you know that they're the dark tetrad personality types, because of the traits, which is like borderline schizophrenia, psychopathy, and um, sadism, you know. So yeah, I do know what I'm talking about. And I do know people's minds, and I do understand a lot of things people think I know. And I know a whole lot more about dark arts than people think I do, you know, in other people. I don't practice anything. What I do in my life is all natural and comes from whoever you call and I call the oversoul. That would be the one that actually has the power over your life and death, whoever you call this being or beings, you know. I'm not going to argue about that with people, you know. They're going to have to live with their decisions. But, you know, when somebody's life is in jeopardy, see, I know it sounds really arrogant that somebody would want to do away with my kid and think that it would destabilize me. That sounds arrogant, doesn't it? Well, believe me, if somebody hates you and they can kill your kid, yeah, it would have an effect. It won't have the effect that they want, but it would have an effect if that was to happen. So yeah, like I say, a lot on my mind, you know. Anyway, I did take an allergy pill last night, and I had some stuff I shouldn't have maybe had. I had chicken breast on a sandwich, a little Italian, but before that, um, I took green olives with pimento in them, and I'm allergic to the pimento, and I'm allergic to potato chips, but whatever, you know, I just was craving. Sometimes I'll put like pickles in a dip with sour cream, but this time I mushed up a bunch of olives and mixed that in a little bit of the juice with sour cream and made a dip out of it. I didn't have like too many potato chips, like not a whole bag or anything, like a couple handfuls, you know. So I wasn't really, it wasn't outrageous, but yeah, once in a while I just get a craving for. I used to hate potato chips and ice cream and all kinds of things everybody else loved most of my life, just up until, oh, I don't know, about 10 years ago for the potato chips, and about just a couple years ago I really started liking ice cream. So, if it's good, you know, if it's like full of junk, if it's not like real, sort of real, I don't really like it, you know. But oh, how about you? Do you like ice cream and chips? Yeah. So, yeah. And I did my exercises too this morning. Got some housework done, so yeah, I don't feel too guilty about having a treat, you know. If it's not every day like that, no, it's not, so I don't feel too bad about it, you know. I should look real quick. I got a message. I'll just kind of glance at it. Oh, yeah, not quite what I expected. I thought it might be a phone number or something. No. Yeah. Where I have to go is 1,000 miles one way, approximately. So it's not really going to be pleasant. And I won't be on here for a while if that happens. It'll probably take about a week, you know, a couple days out there, day to rest. a day to get things done, another day to rest before I venture back, or whatever it takes, you know. So, yeah, it's not going to be cool. But yeah, I don't have anything I could drive out there right now anyway, so we got a little, well, we got a Volkswagen Bug. It's a custom, it's not a wintertime car, and we did, oh, one of ours broke down, and well, two of them did, and we have a Toyota, or what is it? No, it's a Jetta. Doug's working on it right now, but he's been driving a truck, which is not cool for gas mileage and all that, you know. Nah, that's not good. Yeah, if anybody lives out there, I'll meet you for a coffee. I gotta go to Great Falls, you know, Montana. Hopefully I don't, but it isn't looking good. So, like I say, I'm not even gonna um, bother asking for anybody's help for anything. Not at all. It's my kid's in danger. So the less I actually say about my plans and the time and everything else, the better off, you know. I can't even go on the stupid things that either one of my sons have done in their lives because I got this odd feeling that it's orchestrated against him. I can't prove it, I can't get to the bottom of it, but I just got this nagging feeling, you know. People's personalities don't just change, um, even within drugs and alcohol, there's a certain integrity about people or a certain structure that is them, even at their darkest hour, if you know what I mean. See, my kid self-harmed himself, and um, I've really, I've personally only seen him act out towards other people that had been doing things to him first. For the most part, I'm not talking about him and his brother in teenage ways or anything like that, but I don't know, I just got to really examine what's going on here, you know? Yeah, yeah. He's diagnosed with schizophrenia, but I don't think that's what it is. Yeah, I've examined other schizoids too. Um, was a friend with one on here for a while. And know another guy, a very intelligent man that puts out some really wonderful content, um, and knows about the dark cabal. That's what his content is about. In fact, let me pull up his name. I'll give you kind of a insight of looking at somebody that's similar to my son in the respect of attitudes. His name's Simon Osiris. So, if you want to type that in, Simon Osiris put out a really good video. His last video, I'll tell you what it was. I did share it in my community probably about a week ago, but he was also diagnosed. Let's see. His last video was Magna Mater, Kybele and her lover Dionysus. It's a lot different than what you think. He talks about the black goo, which is like nanotechnology, holiday celebrations. He's got dreams and the dwellers on the threshold, the history of the black goo, the AI, Alice, propaganda, matter. It's got the black goo girl and mysterious, what was that? Just a sec here. School of Explanation. Yeah, check out his channel. You won't be sorry you did. But anyway, you can see a similar personality in him than my oldest son. The his um personality is real similar. Also has a lot in common on having, I think he has 3 daughters, just like my oldest son. So, yeah, similarities. That isn't his name either, but that's okay if he wants to tell people. He had another channel where I've been following him for a while. Facebook friends too, so quite a while. One of the first channels I started watching, I thought he was Masonically connected. I'm still pretty certain that his parents or grandparents were or are, because people just don't know a lot of the talking points and where you're going with your thinking, or you're learning what books you're going to grab, different things in life, and to help other people, unless you really were educated with the dark crafts that people do use against other people in this system, so he knows what's up, but also was diagnosed as a very young person, and I think he realizes now that that is not what it is. That's not what it was or is with these people. I'm not saying it's impossibility, and I think head injuries can be weaponized against people. I know families that injure the frontal lobes. That's your compassion and your motor skills and different things, your speech, you know. And my son's got a form of Parkinson's, his speech and muscle movements and that type of thing. So it's not just that he's accused of something, it's also his communication skills aren't there for him to even defend himself. So this is way deeper than I wish it was, you know. Yeah, check out Simon's Intelligence. You'll kind of get a gist of what I'm talking about, you know. because neither one of my kids are stupid, far from it. And they have been attacked in ways that they couldn't even prove. Even though I might have saw things, there's a lot of things we can't even prove, you know. So, and people that are close to them are always in danger too. Whenever we speak up in this world against the system and the ones that want to keep control over that, over us, then you are a threat to their plans. But the more people that speak up, the more difficult it is going to be for them to accomplish what they want to. You know? Yeah. Even though they've accomplished a lot. I'm sure there's plenty of you that have had things happen in your life and it seemed supernatural, but you knew it was real, but you couldn't prove it because there's the the war, the spiritual war that is between other human beings and us. Although their blood is tainted, they're human. They're not aliens. They're not anything aside from filthy human beings that will harm others. That's what we're dealing with, you know? Even if somebody overlooks a bad thing that's happening in this world that causes other people harm or their lives, you're participating in murder by looking the other way or allowing that in our lives. We're responsible for all of it if we don't say something about it or do something about it if we can. That's why I'm on here, to talk to other people that I know you're going through similar things that you can't prove. But it's obvious when you have somebody out there untwisting the text of the scripture and you have a whole community of people that are in the monotheist mindset, the Zionist Judaism, even Catholic, that's pushed on people. They don't care if the scriptures have been twisted. They don't care. This army of the fake text is going to come after you because they're making money off of what they're doing. They don't care. They're fine the way it is. And that proves to me their lack of faith in God right there. That they would come up against the truth to benefit themselves out of any type of greed, whether it's name or money or um, position or, you know, whatever it is, whatever they desire, the God of this earth will provide for them, and He does. It's not free, but He'll give it to you. Well, in a little bit here, I'm expecting a big bunch of noise, so I'm going to get this uploaded, and I'll keep you posted on what I'm doing if I have to take off. I'll say goodbye before I do let people know where I'm going to be and when I'll be back. I'll have to make arrangements, so I'll be looking into the cost of that today and what I have to do. So I appreciate you being here, and I'm sorry for the ones that are going through these things, but stand tall. Um, there's nothing more that they hate about us is that we won't give up. So, peace. And I love you. Thank you for joining me. Have a good night or day, wherever you're at.